What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about narcissistic toxic friends. Your BFF might be toxic as all get out. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. So yes, toxic narcissistic friends are not really your friends. Of course, they're your ops. They're your opposition. They're your competition. And of course, if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. So I have the unique opportunity of providing you the perspective of a narcissist that's also people's friends. So in the past, every friend that I had in my life had to serve a purpose. But I just don't have platonic friends. Friends have to absolutely serve a purpose in my life. And when I feel like that purpose is fulfilled, I discard friends. Just like a lot of narcissists and toxic people will discard their friends. Narcissistic people love bomb their friends as well. They love bomb their friends. They mirror their friends. They copy their friends. Don't be surprised if you have a toxic ass BFF that acts just like you, tries to look like you, and pretends to be you sometimes. They might actually try to replace you within your own friend group. Toxic narcissistic friends also like to isolate you and get you away from everybody else. They want you all to themselves. Again, ops, not friends. Shake it off. Shake it off. If you can read the text on the screen, it says, can you do one on a narcissistic friend? So y'all, let me get this out of the way real quick. I'm gonna sound like the old parent, right? I'm a parent y'all real quick. I know some of y'all might be older than me. I'm 37 years old. July 14th, 1985. But I'm a parent y'all real quick. You know what? Narcissistic friends don't really exist because they were never really your friends. They were your ops. They were your opponents. They were your competition. They were jealous of you. They wanted to replace you. They really don't exist, y'all. Your narcissistic, if they are a toxic ass person, or your BFF happens to be a narcissist or a toxic person, or some kind of cluster B personality disorder, or just a horrible person, they were really never your friends. So maybe for, like I said, narcissistic people on the other side of the equation with their friends, they do tend to love bomb their friends. I call it the friend bomb. Where they become your BFF, they mirror you. Y'all have a lot in common. Y'all might dress alike, act alike, talk alike. Go out there, y'all might be city boys and city girls together, or whatever. You might go out there and take over the city. But they're learning you. And sooner or later, the mask falls off in the friendship with a narcissistic person, and that person becomes who they really are, and you might not recognize that person anymore. A lot of times you see these relationships end with them taking your significant other. They ride off into the sunset with your significant other, with your husband or your wife or something like that. Or they ride off to the sunset with your friend group. You might introduce them to your friends and they might replace you in your own damn friend group. That happens sometimes, y'all, because narcissistic friends, like I have the pleasure of being diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder, and I'm a great friend too. I have a lot of friends. Well, I had a lot of friends. Honestly, y'all, I really don't feel like I have a lot of friends right now, and that's by my own choice. You know what I mean? Because I've been self-isolating pretty much since the start of COVID, so I haven't really been out doing anything anyway. I've been keeping to myself. You know what I mean? Building my platform and just working on my marriage and being a family man and stuff like that. Working on my relationship with my kids. So I feel like I don't have a lot of friends right now anyway, just from the fact I've been doing that. But when I was younger, everybody who was in my life that was a friend of mine had to serve a purpose. There's not platonic friends. Like we just don't meet up and have fun. You have to serve a purpose, or I didn't want to be around you. You see what I'm saying? You have to be adding something to my life that was a benefit to me, or I didn't want to be around you. And that's how a lot of narcissistic people are themselves. If you're not adding benefit to them, they don't want you around. Or if you're doing better than them, a lot of narcissistic people who just happen to be your friend or whatever, the word friend, I use the word friend loosely. A lot of narcissistic people that happen to be your friend, like, they're jealous of you. I've been jealous of a lot of my friends, y'all. Like, the friends that were doing super good and were super successful, I just could not stand being around it. It made me uncomfortable. It's just like I hated being around them because I just felt like I was jealous of them to the point where I wasn't wishing bad on them. I just wanted more than them. You know what I mean? I didn't want, like, there's a difference between being to me, there's a difference between jealousy and envy. You know what I mean? Envy is worse to me. I think jealousy, everybody has jealousy in them or whatever. I was jealous of them. I was just like, why not me? Why do you have this? You mean I deserve to have what you have, even though I don't have any kind of qualifications, even though I don't want to put the work in. I just deserve it because I'm me and I'm better than you because I said so, or because it's my birthright to be better than you. That's how my mind works with jealousy. You know what I mean? But as far as the other thing is concerned, when I say other thing, I mean envy. Envy means you try to take them out from where they are. Envy is trying to replace you in your life. Like, you don't deserve it, so I want to take that from you, and you don't. And I want to have your life, and you don't get to live your life the way you live it anymore. I want to replace you in your life. So you do have those envious, narcissistic, toxic ass friends that want to replace you in your life. You know, they're jealous, they're envious of you. They want what you have, and they try to replace you in your life. And those envious ones are the ones who end up, you know, getting you fired from your job. Y'all work best friends. They end up sleeping with your husband, or sleeping with your wife, or sleeping with your partner, or something like that. You know what I mean? Those are the envious friends that want your life. You know what I mean? Those are the envious ones. The jealous ones, they'll keep you around. They might sleep with your husband or wife or whatever, or they might flirt with them to make you uncomfortable. But they might not ride off into the sunset. They might just try to find a husband or wife that's better than yours to make you jealous of them. Like, hey, I love y'all relationship, but guess what? My wife, I know your wife is, you know, she's a what's a good term? I don't like using the numerical scale or whatever. Your wife is cool, man, but my wife is cooler plus, something like that. My wife is better than you. She makes more money. She's more educated. Whatever the dynamic is. You mean, you know, she looks better. She makes more money, and she's more educated. So I win. That type of stuff right there. They try to get to the dynamic where they rub it in your face. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to trying to take yours. They try to just one up you. You have those one-upsmanship, narcissistic, toxic ass friends. You know what I mean? But Lee, how do we know if they're a narcissist or just an a-hole friend? Do you want either in your life? I mean, sometimes the a-hole friend is fun to have around, and sometimes the narcissistic friend is fun to have around. People like having me around, y'all. I'm not an a-hole. If you can just interview people from my life. They're like, well, I like Lee. They'll call me Damon. Nobody in my real life calls me Lee, y'all. I have to be real with y'all. My first name is Damon, so everybody calls me Damon. They would be like, how's Lee in real life? They're like, who the hell is Lee? Nobody calls me Lee. More people in the world know me as Lee, but my people know me as Damon. They just call me Damon. Lee is my middle name. Damon, cool. He cool. He just funny. He just ambitious. He inspired. They would say that about me. Some of them might not like me, but you know, this is how it goes. But like, I think I would get good reviews, pretty much. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, narcissistic friends they're not really your friends, y'all. Again, the word I use is op. They are your opposition. They're your opponents. They're your competition. They are not going to be there for you to help you out. They're not going to be they might be a shoulder to cry on, but they're going to want to cry on your shoulder later on more. They do stuff. They hold things against you as well. You know what I mean? They hold things against no good deeds. Like they stockpile the good deeds that they do for you, so they can use them later on. If they do something bad to you, they can say, well, you can't say I never done anything for you. They stockpile good deeds and things like that. So do you want to have them around? Like I said, you don't always have to cut narcissistic friends off. It just depends on the level of toxic relationship it is. You know, it just depends on the level of toxicity. Are they trying to replace you? Are they trying to damage your life? Are they trying to do a smear campaign on you and get you fired from your job or something like that? You know, sometimes they do serve a good benefit to your life, but sometimes they are mega toxic and try to ruin your life. I'm just telling you, they're trying to ruin your life from the inside out like a damn parasite. You know, typically friendships are like a symbiotic relationship. You do for me, I do for you. Relationships with toxic, narcissistic friends or whatever is you do for them, they take from you. The parasitic relationship is parasitic as opposed to symbiotic. You see what I'm saying? But that's how it goes. That's the dynamic of how things go, y'all. I'm just telling you, narcissistic friends, if you want to keep them around, like to each their own. I try not to judge. I try my hardest in these situations. I would be lying if I said I didn't judge, but I try my hardest not to judge. Everybody's situation is unique and things like that. Everybody's situation is unique, but if you getting majorly abused and just treated horribly by your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, best friend, mama, daddy, whoever, and people don't listen to me, I just like, look, you got it. I just back out like, hey, you got to live your life. I cannot, look, this is the people. Look, I cannot want you to win more than you want yourself to win. So if you're watching this video and I just blocked you on social media, It's because I want you to win, but I cannot watch your downfall. I cannot do that. Y'all have limited emotional energy. So I'm your friend, but I'm rooting for you, but I cannot watch your downfall. I just can't do that. That's not part of my, I just can't do it, y'all. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to this Narcissistic Friends. I'm your favorite narcissistic friend. Meet me in person, y'all. We're going to be in New York, Los Angeles, Atlanta. Keep going back to Canada. Next year is going to be a great year. North Carolina. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.